Try.
I want to talk. I want to talk to you about this on this very YouTube channel back in 2021. Your boy Sabu announced his retirement, and he didn't intend to sort of announce his retirement. It sort of just went, "Oh, I'm not going to do it anymore." And I think essentially his body couldn't take it anymore. And this was a few months after I think Melissa Coates' Super Genie passed away as well. A terrible, terrible situation. The only caveat he gave was that if he had several months to train and a big payday and the right opponent to get in shape for, like a Brock Lesnar, he'd do it. And now fast forward to a couple of weeks ago, our friends at Briscoe and Bradshaw's podcast, Sabu was the guest, and Sabu has said that he wants to do it one more time. Have you talked to Sabu about this, and where do you think he is physically? And go on, tell me everything that you think.
So he's feeling better, man. A couple of years ago, I could not get him to take a booking to go to Noah when I was working with them in Japan. They wanted me to bring him over. You can lay all the way down on the airplane like a bed, and then all you gotta do is stand on the apron and be my partner. Could not. He wasn't interested. Now he's feeling better. He's working out. Time off, I'm sure, is a huge factor, and time in general. Probably same thing with my back too, but some of his injuries are feeling better. He's able to exercise more than he was able to, and so he says he wants to have one more match. And in his mind, I think he's got a time frame. I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about that, but it seems like he's hoping for summer-ish, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he said July or August, but it seems like from talking to him that that's where his mindset is for whatever reason. And I asked him if he had an opponent in mind. This was before I saw what he did on Bradshaw and Briscoe's podcast, because I did catch that. And when I asked him about an opponent, he said he didn't have anyone specific in mind, because I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know if you were telling me you were considering a certain booking and maybe that'd be your last. And he's just saying no, but he wants to, and we're documenting it. Mm-hmm. They might be a little early to talk about this, but screw it. Joe Clark is a business partner of mine. He and I did my documentary Headstrong. And he and I did the whole thing. He's the filmmaker, but we literally sat and frame by frame, everything from adding the music to editing, everything. And we made that movie. There's a few projects we're talking about doing. And this one just seems to be lining up because he wanted to do something on Sabu anyway as a passion project. And when he and Sabu met just recently to talk about said documentary, that's when we found out about Sabu's desire / agenda and his last match and where his mind is on that. So, usually things line up pretty good in the universe. So I think we're going to be catching him feeling good again and stuff. And by the way, I know this isn't a yes or no, but damn, he came across really likable, like on his recent interviews that I've seen him do, which in the past, he's had a habit of opening his mouth and burying himself, and getting heat and stuff. And I'm reading the comments, and he was talking about his stance on women abuse or whatever. And everyone was just like, man, Sabu is so respectable, man. He seems like such a likable guy. And it warmed my heart to see the fans talk good about him, as opposed to some of the stuff years ago that might have contradicted those thoughts.
Now, I think it's Scotty Gamez has asked, would you like to be part of Sabu's last match? He doesn't say opponent or tag team partner, but I suspect you want to be involved if possible. Sure. I would love to. It's all business, but there's also a certain value in favors and stuff like that. And if I was going to want to help anybody out, it would be Sabu. And I do always want to help him out. He's my brother. I've interviewed him twice as well, man. And
What's that?
I've interviewed Sabu twice on my channel, and he's tough to get answers out of, because I know he's just reticent for this kind of thing and dead shy. But I mean, he was great. He really was great, and I thought he was I really enjoyed speaking. Hopefully a part 3 anyway. One last thing on Sabu. Splatterfodder Inc. asks, will Sabu ever get into the WWE Hall of Fame?
I can only guess, just like everybody else. I heard rumors, I don't even know if it's true or not, that they might be opening up an extreme wing of it. So I would say definitely. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be next year or
I was going to say it's Philly, isn't it, this year?
15 years away.
Philadelphia, perfect.
Right. And I don't even know if they have everybody, if they're already announced what they have. I'm not really in the loop right now of that information, but I can definitely see it. And I expect it to happen also, for sure. He's helped change the business so much, and being the pioneer that he was, it's not always a good thing, Some people change the business in a bad way, but I think so many people respect him, grew up watching him, et cetera, et cetera. He's got a place in the Hall of Fame.